Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well and staying safe and staying home.
You should not be meeting friends. If your friends ask you to meet, you should say fuck off.
So today we're going to be reviewing the M Rickett Empower Home Guide. So Em very kindly sent me this guide I think about 2 weeks ago, and I have reviewed week 1 for you. So I'm just going to give like a brief overview of my thoughts. I'm obviously reading some of it off here, so if I keep looking away I'm really sorry, but I just want to make sure like I get all the information across that I want to get across. Also, I'm trying out a new hairstyle. If you don't like it, don't at me. I'm trying it. I've been on Pinterest all day and yeah, isolation is doing funky things to me. Brief overview, because I basically want to just like see if you think that this plan is going to be right for you. So the Empower Home Guide is valued at $19.99, which equates to $24.93. So I just want to add a little disclaimer. I'm not a personal trainer, but I have however been training for over 5 years now. My thoughts are all my own, and obviously I won't be sharing too many details about the plan because I do not want to cause any problems for Em, and this is obviously her business, so I completely respect that. Okay, so the guide is said to be packed with so much more than just workout. It's packed with her own experience, insight and education, with a focus on people doing what they can with what they've got, with no barriers including like equipment, space and time. It's like focuses on just moving your body in a way that feels good. The guide is aimed to empower you, which is a cool little name if you think about it.
My name's Em and it's empowering, and I just think that's so clever, so yeah, it's all about me.
But yeah, the guide is aimed to empower you with the tools and knowledge you need to move your body with just a few simple pieces of kit, giving you the power to work out, whether that be at home or at the gym. So you're kind of getting more for your money that way, because you want like a guide that after lockdown's over and everything, say if it takes up to 12 weeks, like we can still use it in the gym, which is amazing. Okay, so first up we have several pages of introduction. We have inspirational quotes, and we learn a bit about Em, her journey and her mindset. I think this is really helpful when buying a guide, because you feel like you get someone has been through how their fitness journey has started, and I think one of the most crucial parts of a fitness book journey is learning about how your mindset needs to change, especially in terms of like weight loss. I'm glad Em doesn't focus too much on looks, but more about how you should feel about training and how important it is for your mind to be in the right place, especially when thinking about a weight loss journey. So she states the goal for the guide is simple. You're striving for your strongest, healthiest, happiest self, whatever it looks like and whatever it feels like. Okay, so from pages 9 to 12 we cover a lot, and this is where we get educated. We're taught about the training principles, progressive overload, mind-muscle connection, and then we're also taught about recovery. So Em's reason for educating is to teach you your why with what you're doing, which I really love, and I think it's often overlooked with training plans. I really want to learn like why I'm doing things a certain way, and for someone to put that much detail into a guide, like I really appreciate it. The workout plan is split into a 12-week periodized training plan with 5 workouts a week, which includes 2 upper body sessions and 2 lower body, and then 1 full body session, and then you can also do a bonus circuit if you fancy it. The plan is meant to get more difficult as the weeks go by and as you get stronger. The reps will increase throughout the guide, which therefore enables progressive overload. Okay, so the next section is rest and recovery. This is definitely overlooked by a lot of plans, but I think it's amazing that she goes into such detail with this as well. We are told that basically rest and recovery is a necessity, which is definitely like so true. Your muscles do not grow when you're training them, but when you are resting them. Now, I didn't know that. And I've been educated literally just in the first several pages of this plan. I wish I'd been given a plan like this to like just figure everything out. Okay, so in terms of cardio, there actually isn't any cardio in this plan. Em doesn't actually do cardio, and if you follow her on Instagram you'll know this. She has like this really cute little dog called Toby, and basically she takes him for like long ass dog walks every day. Obviously she can only go out once like everyone else in the UK at the moment, but yeah, I think she does like 10 to 12,000 steps a day. That is her only form of cardio that I've seen her do on Instagram. Scalability is the next one. Basically it refers to people who are intermediates and beginners. So she's basically telling you the different ways you can work it if you are a beginner. If you're finding things a bit too difficult or stuff like that, you can do less reps and stuff. But so page 16, we're told what equipment we need. It basically consists of a light dumbbell set, a heavy dumbbell set, a long resistance band, a short resistance band, a chair, a bot or a block or a book, and a mat. So from page 17 to 18 we learn about workouts and the different terminology. What are they called? Like, not initials, god, mind blank. But basically DB stands for dumbbell. And then page 19 is how to track your progress, so overlooked by other plans. 22 is the warm-up, a pulse raiser, which is high knees, and then there's some slow squat jumps as well. Then activation and mobilization, which I'll show you now. It consists of banded glute activation, banded upper body activation, walkout lunges and reach, body weight squat and hold. Basically she's put these in just to show you different types of activation you can do, but you can also do other activation you want to do. Okay, so the first workout I did was the leg workout. This contains one superset. The hardest exercise definitely for me was the hip thrust, the dumbbell single leg hip thrust. I felt like really good after the workout as well, but I am used to doing more cardio. Then we had the upper body workout, which is a nice mix of both weights and body weight exercises. There were 2 supersets and they were the right exercises for me. If she had supersetted any other exercises, I probably would have struggled. Okay, so lower body 2 was another good workout. I definitely found this one more intense than the first leg workout, but I think that's because of the step ups. I was getting really sweaty and like hot and bothered, which was great. It was a decent workout and I had DOMs for I reckon about 2 days in my arse. Basically she hurt my butt, but it felt good and I was happy with that, you know. Upper body 2 was another tough workout. The tricep was challenging. I don't remember when I last properly worked like my chest and my triceps, so that was really good. I also enjoyed the abs at the end. It was an exercise I hadn't actually tried before, so it's always nice when you do a plan and it's not filled with all the same exercises you do all the time. So yeah, I was really happy with that. It was definitely more of a dumbbell orientated workout than body weight, but yeah, it was a really good workout. Then we had the full body workout, which was a really good workout. It was just a bit quick for me, and I will admit I did find it quite easy, so I ended up doing the challenge afterwards. The challenge was tougher and made me realise that I actually need to learn to count. For the workouts, we have the planning section. So basically we're taught how to plan like realistic, achievable, sustainable and enjoyable goals. It also includes a weekly planner, which you can basically plan your workouts, which is obviously what a planner is for, Aisha. 102 is goal setting, with goal setting advice and templates. So I'm going to read this off here because I've got a list of all the positives that I just want to run through really quick. That is not cute in the picture, let's get rid of that. So basically one of the positives for me is it's for beginners and intermediate. She hasn't overlooked the fact that there will be different abilities using this guide, and I think that's really important, and the fact she addresses that in the scalability section is amazing as well. I think she's just gone into so much detail. It's actually incredible. The layout of the guide is really easy to read, and just the way that she's designed it, she's such a smart cookie. But yeah, everything just is really clear and the presentation is literally immaculate. The pictures are really informative as well. Throughout every exercise you can see the stages of the exercise, which is something I struggled with and spoke about the review of the Sarah's Day guide. Whereas like literally you can see her flying in the air like an eagle. It's beautiful. Some of the pictures are incredible and I don't know how she's done it, but I need to. Next up, the price. Like I literally cannot get over the price. $19.99. I think I've literally had meals that have cost more than that. So yeah, I think she's nailed that. I think it's completely affordable for people and it's incredible. The amount of information, like 104 pages of pure, I don't even, I also like that it doesn't take very long. Now this is a good and a bad thing, I guess. I definitely like that if you're limited on time, do you know what I mean, you can just smash it out, which is really good. I'll speak about the negative later. But yeah, so much information, like education, and literally reading like the first few pages you're like, wow, I can do this, do you know what I mean? So it is empowering, like it is in the name. She has hit the nail on the head. I like all the quotes throughout as well. You definitely will ache after doing this guide, and it's challenging, and you are basically feeling good and moving your body, and you can work as hard as you want to, which is the same with anything basically. You put the effort in, you'll have a really decent workout. I really like the idea of the progress pictures. I think it's a really good idea, and the goal setting and the weekly planner. I think there's just like so much attention to detail. She has not missed one single trick in this guide. Honestly, you will definitely see like results in this plan. It's not fully centered around aesthetic results, but I really like that. Like, from other guides and stuff, with such a focus on what your body's gonna look like by the end, I just don't think, Em doesn't strike me as a person that has pressure on people wanting to have aesthetic goals. Em's just move and feel good and have your own little goals you want to do, which I think is really lovely. And just like, I don't know, I'm really impressed by it and really impressed by her, to be honest. It's just such a nice way to be and such a nice outlook on the whole fitness vibe. It's just refreshing to see someone talk about fitness and training like this. Also, it felt really good for me to actually do some weight training again. Obviously, some of the plans I've been doing before have not been weight training based plans, resistance plans, whatever you're gonna call it. So yeah, it was really nice for me to be doing this again, and I felt really good. And yeah, it almost brought my love back for it, and just realizing that actually I can do this from home, and it is actually quite enjoyable to be able to do it. Like, obviously I can't use the heaviest weights in the world, but just to be able to move my body that way again was really nice. I love also the estimated reps. When you have a timed exercise, she'll put how many reps is like estimated. So say 30 seconds, you could do 10 reps in or something. I find that so helpful, and it kind of gives me something to aim for, and I'm quite competitive, so it kind of makes me want to beat that. So I have a very small list of negatives. Basically, for me, I want a plan with cardio, so this isn't particularly the plan for me, but I do love the fact that it does exactly what it says on the tin. Basically, it isn't meant to be a cardio based plan, so it has delivered what it said it would deliver, which is amazing. So I can't really fault it for that, but that's just my personal preference, and I think it is what it is kind of thing. The other thing would be you need equipment. Now, equipment is very hard to come by in lockdown. Obviously there are alternatives you can use by that, like stuff like that, but I kind of just have to say that because I don't want you to buy this guide and say, oh, Aisha didn't tell us we needed equipment. You do, okay? I'm gonna review this guide as a 9 out of 10. I think it's a complete steal. Like, $19.99 is an absolute bargain for what you get. Though, like, she's put out so much, clearly put so much effort into this plan, and she's just made it so affordable for everyone, and you can just tell like she's genuinely created this from her experience, and it is hers. Like, it is her little baby. If I wanted to train like I would use this guide. Literally no question to whether she actually did this herself, because it's so evident that she did, and everything in it is just, even like everything about it, you can just tell has come from a good place and come from her. And yeah, I'm honestly, I am so impressed by this guide. I honestly am worried about doing this video because I don't want to not give it justice. If I was gonna buy a guide, it would be this one. If I wanted to improve my strength and everything like that. I just think as a beginner as well, if you were handed this, like the amount of help this would have given me when I started my fitness journey. I wish I'd had it when I started, basically. This plan's definitely motivated me to get back into weights and everything, and I've actually really enjoyed doing it. So yeah, if you're in the market for a new plan, 100% I'd recommend this. I'm gonna rate it 9 out of 10 just because it's like personal preference, but it's pretty bloody perfect in my opinion, and I think she's absolutely nailed it, and the attention to detail is insane. And yeah, she should be so proud of herself. I'm proud of her. Like, I remember when she started her fitness journey, and yeah, I'm gonna stop because this is like getting a bit weird now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I love you all. If you've got any questions about Em's guide, then hit me up, or I'll link everything I can down below. I'll link her page as well if you want to go and check her out. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Any video recommendations, hit me up. You know, I think we're doing quite well, like 3 videos a week. I'm on to a good thing right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye.